You had mentioned the 7 patterns of AI. The 7 patterns of AI is a core part of CPMAI. In addition to that, we have e-learning courses that come out from our learning team. We have 7 out right now. Some are free for everybody, whether or not you're a PMI member, and some are free just for members. There's a small fee for non-members. One of those courses is digging deeper into the 7 patterns, where we talk about it and frame it from a different lens than we do in CPMAI, to make sure that if you want to sit through it, you're still getting learning from a different lens, but it's the core 7 patterns. What are the 7 patterns and why were they developed, right? They were developed back in 2019. They were developed because AI is an umbrella term. And so when I'm thinking about AI, I may be thinking about AI-enabled chatbots. Someone else is thinking about an autonomous vehicle. Someone else is thinking about a predictive maintenance system. And they all fall under that umbrella of AI, but they are not all the same. So the data that you need is different. The amount of data you need is different. If you are building this from scratch, the algorithms that you use will be different. Your return, your time to see that return on investment is also going to be different. A chatbot is going to have a much more immediate return on investment than an autonomous vehicle, for example. Why? It just takes a lot longer to put out, right? So you have to understand that. So he said, let's break it down one level deeper and say, what is it that we're trying to do? This also helps folks understand if AI is the right solution to their problem. So the 7 patterns for folks that take the learning, the CPMAI training and certification, they will see that that falls in the first phase of CPMAI, which is business understanding, figuring out what problem you're trying to solve. We thought it was important that we would also bring it into the learning course so that we can start letting people know that, because PMI has done a great job at providing foundations, but this year we've been focused on expanding beyond the foundations. And so to provide higher level content. And that was what the 7 patterns was to help do, to say AI isn't just generative AI. There's a lot more to it. So let's introduce the 7 patterns. And then the 8th course that we have, which I'm excited will come out towards the end of the year, is on agents and agentic AI, because that's also
I'm excited about that one, because I'm getting a lot of mixed messages from.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for that course. So stay tuned for that to come out towards the end of the year. So that is from the learning side of things. Then we also have the AI Today podcast, which is an incredible asset. Obviously, I love it. I love podcasting. Like I said, it's coming up on season 10. We've gone through many different podcast series. Some of the podcasts have talked about the 7 patterns, and we dig deep into each one. We had for many months, actually, an AI use case series. So we talked about how AI
I think it's hugely important.
Exactly, right? Yeah. In different industries. And then as you listen to it, you go, oh, maybe I'm not in manufacturing, but I see a lot of parallels between the way that manufacturing does things and the way that I'm doing things as a logistics company, where maybe you wouldn't have seen those parallels before. And then I've also now been interviewing folks who are CPMAI certified. I've had, for the last number of episodes, probably the last maybe 10 or dozen, I've been interviewing folks. Why? Because I want folks to understand how CPMAI is being used in the real world, why they got the certification, how it's helped change their approach and their thinking towards AI projects, and how they're applying it in the real world and the benefits that they've seen. So those have been some really wonderful podcasts. Then in addition to that, we have Infinity, which is a member benefit. It is our AI tool to help project managers with our body of knowledge, right? So it's not supposed to be a general purpose LLM where it's in replacement of a Claude or a ChatGPT or, a Copilot, but it is supposed to be a companion to that it helps them do their job better as a project professional. And so that is, and then of course we have our AI standard that you had mentioned. And so that came out recently. So we have It is brand spanking new. It is the only ANSI accredited AI standard on the market. We are super excited about that. We have a bunch of webinars coming up to discuss the topic further. I'm sure you've seen it on LinkedIn. If anybody's
I've seen it. Very good.